to the last show of the week. Friday afternoon is One Hit Wonder or new albums, and today we have got a new album to review. We are looking at Steve Hackett's new album, Surrender of the Silence, that was released on the 10th of September, and it is his 27th studio album. What an incredible career he has had. And he released, he started off with Genesis, had some very good albums. Of course, we had a look at them yesterday, and we've already looked at his studio albums. We haven't even touched on his live albums yet, which I'm sure we will. But this album is pretty good. So, who did he have recording on it? Basically, he used his regular touring band, which is Roger King, that's been with him a long time. Rob Townsend has. Johan Reynold on the bass. Nad Sylvan on vocals, been with him a little while. Craig Blundell on the drums. But also he has other drummers coming on this one, and two outstanding ones. Phil Ehart from Kansas, of course, and Nick DeVergo from Spock's Beard. I think that's what I'll pronounce it at the top of the head. He also used Amanda Lehman on vocals, Christine Townsend, great violinist and viola player, and Soderinkon Uberfinkov on the dutar. This album is just oozing brilliance. Okay, the first track is called The Obliterati. This starts off with some great finger picking from Steve Hackett. Then you get the orchestra coming in. You get this really tribal drum beat coming in, and then you get one hell of a guitar solo in this very short piece of music. It's absolutely blistering. Second track on the album is called Natalia. Very Russian feel to it, obviously, with the name. Starts off with this really nice orchestral Russian feel to it. And you get Steve coming in on his guitar, some delicate touches, and then it goes straight into a really riffy rock prog track with a guitar solo again that's right out the top drawer. Unbelievable piece of music. Third track, Relaxation chart music for sharks, featuring Feeding Frenzy. It's very atmospheric, and especially the bit about the feeding frenzy. You can imagine these sharks feeding. It's just unbelievable stuff. Blinding guitar riffs, blinding solos, some of Steve's best solos I've heard him doing in a long time. Absolutely brilliant. The next track, Wingbeats, this is an African style rhythm. It's got that lovely African drum sound. The chorus of singers, that African thing like in Biko and that sort of thing. It is just absolutely wonderful. And then Steve Hackett again comes in with a blistering guitar solo. He knows how to make that Gibson talk, doesn't he? Absolutely great track. Then we get my favourite track on the album, the Devils Cathedral. This starts off with Roger King on the church organ. Wow, absolutely stunning. This is so proggy, it is unreal. It is superb. Great guitar work here. Johan on the bass, really strong bass line. And then you get the great voice of Nad Sylvan. He is such a great singer. We'll probably touch on him when we do rank the live albums from Steve Hackett. But all I say, he is a great singer and he does sing just stuff pretty good. This track though, it sounds so much like something off Wind and Wuthering sort of thing, but a 21st century version of it. It is a superb track and I love this one to bits. I've played it a couple of times just on its own randomly. I just love it. Held in the Shadows is the next track. This has got a combination of Steve on acoustic guitar and electric guitar. Stunning stuff. Got a really good drum beat to this. It is a delightful track. Absolutely lovely track. Next track, Shanghai To Samarkand. This takes you on a journey. We start off obviously in Shanghai with the oriental sounds, with a lovely bit of orchestral movement, and then we just the song moves on, and we end up with some Indian style drumming. So we now move from the Far East to the subcontinent, and if the music's flowing, and then we see moving up towards the Mediterranean. It's an 8-minute journey through different cultures. It is absolutely superb. Fox's Tango, great progressive rock track. It's so good to hear progressive rock still being played and being played by a master. It's got Steve Hackett is just on fire in this. His guitar work is superb. Also the next track, Day of the Dead. This is so atmospheric. It's got some great drumming, wonderful arrangement with strings and keyboards. It's dark, it's moody, it's deep, it's progressive. It is such a superb track. Scorched Earth. It's got the best guitar solo on the album. It's a lovely track. It's a bit slow, very moving, wonderful lyrics. I think his wife had something to do with this one. It's wonderful piece of music and I just love it. And then the album ends up with a little 1-minute thing called Esperanza. It's a little classical piece, and as we know, Steve Hackett is a fantastic guitar player. This just shows that versatility of him. It's a great little piece. It's up there with Horizons. That's how good it is. What can I say about this album? This is probably the strongest album Steve Hackett has put out in a very long time. Probably the best one in the last 10 years, without a doubt. I mean, I brought it literally on the day of 2 days after the release. I've been playing it constantly, knowing that I was going to do this review, and I just love it. If I was to do this in a full ranking now, it'd be in the top 3, without a doubt. But would it push the Voyage of the Acolyte off the top? I don't think so. But it may push Spectral Mornings down a notch. It is a wonderful track. I have put a few of the tracks in the playlist for you. I've picked my favourite ones. I've put in my favourite, the Devils Cathedral and Shanghai To Samarkand, and I've actually put in the first bit, the Obliterati, because it is just fantastic. If you like them tracks, go and check out the rest of the album. So I'm going to give it, and I've never done this on a brand new album, I don't think. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because it's probably the best thing I've heard this year. He's just absolutely superb. He hasn't. What I like about Steve Hackett, he doesn't go away from that prog sound. He never has. It is a wonderful, wonderful album. Okay, that's it for the week. But the votes are in on who we're going to be looking at their musical career and the bands that they have appeared in. As you know, we went with 3 members of Deep Purple. We went with Ritchie Blackmore, Ian Gillan and Jon Lord. And the winner, which I'm shocked about, because I thought it would be Ritchie Blackmore. But no, people want me to do a series on the career of the keyboard maestro himself, Mr. Jon Lord. So we'll be looking at what he did before he joined Deep Purple, if I can find some stuff. The stuff he did with Deep Purple, which will probably end up being a whole ranking, because I think there's only about 4 or 5 albums he didn't play on. So I can't leave them all off, because the person that took over from him was influenced from him, and there are some tributes to John. So we got that. We got his Whitesnake stuff, which is terrific, and there's Ashton and Lord. There's that, and he has released some of his nice classical stuff as well. So it's a pretty good series. I'll be thrilled to do that one for you guys. I am surprised though that we have got Jon Lord and not Ritchie Blackmore, but we will feature Rainbow and Blackmore's Night at some stage anyway. Okay, it's been another fabulous week on the channel. We've done some great reviews, and there's more to come, so have a great weekend everybody, and I will see you on Monday when we start the week off with a bit of 10cc. Have a great weekend then. Take care for now.